Right, off to see Richard Ashcroft. So just walking from mine to the local. I'm going to meet everyone and then one way or another head through Newcastle and go and watch an indie legend play. Happy days. Well, made it to Newcastle and had a bit of entertainment on the metro with some crackheads. So if you ever need a crackhead, the metro's the place to go. It's always littered full of them. We're now at the Yard. Which is near the arena. And gonna head down there soon. Finished with support band to the Royston Club. They were pretty good. Really listened to them much before. Solo supporting them, giving them a bit of a blast. Sitting on the bus to work and stuff. Came across as just a typical indie band, so didn't really listen to them a huge amount. But really good live, really enjoyed them. Pretty good band. Full of energy, really good singer, band were tight, crowd was into it, energetic. Don't normally catch support bands, but we got here nice and early for this one, so I'm glad we caught them. Yeah, so pretty good band to have on before Richard Ashcroft. We got the crowd up for it, and everyone's bouncing a bit now, so look forward to the main event now. Well, I've had to re-record the Richard Ashcroft video from home because it was just so loud in there that while recorded you couldn't really hear. But what a fantastic gig that was. It probably is going to go in the top 10 somewhere if I had one. Absolutely phenomenal live is Richard there. What a great gig. Great support. And main event was brilliant. Played great set list, mixture of Verve songs and his own. So from start to end really, it was all chocker full of hits. Every song giving it his all. Great crack with the crowd. Crowd into it from start to end. Really good crowd. Got a good crowd for a support band as well, so you cannot knock that. Really enjoyable overall. Starts off with I think it was Weeping Willow, um, and then went into like Music is Power, Song for Lovers, and really good version of Velvet Morning. That was really really good. He then did Lover, and then went into a couple of Verve songs to end the first part of the set. So Drugs Don't Work and Lucky Man both went down brilliantly. Whole crowd singing along. Exactly what you want from a gig like this. Was proper bouncing. And one thing he did with a lot of his songs were really stretch them out. So something you probably only get live. It gives it a bit different to listen to music on a CD or vinyl or whatever you use on Spotify. Um, just the songs like loads more instrumentals. Um, engages with the crowd, gets them to sing along, adds that bit extra onto the song so it lasts a bit longer. But really good. Um, get like a proper like jamming feel as they're just playing out the songs and see they're enjoying themselves. He's got an orchestra behind him, so for the songs, with all the brass and everything, you get the full scope of that. He mixes up from playing, electric stuff and acoustic stuff, and it just works brilliantly. Drugs Don't Work, Lucky Man went down absolutely amazing as you'd expect. Um, then come back on after the encore and played like 3 or 4 songs. And obviously kept some of the big ones for last, as I always do. And you got History, Sonnet, Bittersweet Sympathy, obviously, was the last song, and all those 3 bouncing as well. Again, playing longer versions, crowd singing along a lot. Place was bouncing. What a great gig. We had great crack on with the crowd. He's talking away and telling stories about the songs, about himself, um, just general crack on, but give a nice little speech about how much he appreciated the crowd and paying to come and see him and everything, which is always nice. And then just blasted out Bittersweet Sympathy. At some point, he did a nice little guitar solo off his sunglasses as well. That was pretty cool. But yeah, what a brilliant gig. I would definitely go and see Richard Ashcroft again. And if he's playing near you, then I'd definitely recommend it if you're into that type of music. There's people there from all ages. You got the young'uns who probably weren't even born when some of the music come out, all the way up to older people, and everyone looked like they were having an absolute blast. So, brilliant gig. What can you say? The only downside is when you go to arenas that absolutely skint you because everything's at absolute highest prices can be. Looking at like nearly £10 a pint now, so what we call them London prices. But you know what you're getting into when you go to these gigs, so it is what it is. I wasn't drinking, so it was fine for me. I didn't spend that much. But there was a few there who were smashing the 2 pinters down, and they'll have had a sore bank balance the next year, most likely. But yeah, brilliant gig. Would definitely go again. Alright, it's that time again. I'm going to do a bit vinyl of the week. So, I was going to fling a indie one on, being I've just seen Richard Ashcroft and try and keep it in the same genre, but then I thought, nah, let's mix it up a bit and go for something else. So this week I went for Night Flight to Venus by Boney M. You've all heard Boney M, who the hell hasn't? And if you haven't, you'll have heard the songs, but got loads of hits, and this is just really a best of hit album. So it's got basically all the hits on: Rasputin, Daddy Cool, Rivers of Babylon, Heart of Gold, He Was a Steppenwolf, Night Flight to Venus. Yeah, it's a cracking album. Just, you know what I mean? If you're in a disco mode, want the place to be bouncing a bit, or have a bit dance, then that's what you want. Get a bit Boney M stuck on there, you know, have a bit bop about. Good band. Not a band I've seen, not a band I know huge amounts about, but you know, some bands you just get the best of on, the best of's cracking, and you do that. It's a bit different, isn't it? We did used to love going to flares back in the day, so there was always a bit Boney M on in there, and that type of music, and would have a good dance about, some good memories. So that reminds us of back then. So that's your vinyl of the week for this week. Boney M, Night Flight to Venus. So next week's episode will be for Fairport Convention. If you haven't come across them, the British band who's been going since the 60s. I think they're mainly folk, but they do delve into like other genres, and they've got a load of albums out, and they've been going for years. And I've heard really good stuff about them, and I've been giving them a good listen on the run-up. I'd listened to them before, but not in any great depth. So I'm really looking forward to that gig, and that should be, you know, something different again. Looking forward to it. So tune in next week. As always, if you want to subscribe, you're enjoying the show, just give us a like, give us a share, whatever you want, and it's all really appreciated. If you think there's anything we can do better, then let us know, because we're always looking to improve. I'm trying to, you know, build it up into a proper, like, good music show for people to watch. Don't really do advertising or anything like that, but I will advertise gigs and that for people if they want us to, or for venues and things like that. So if you want anything advertised, just shout it my way, and I'll stick a picture up, or I'll give you a shout out, or what have you. But yeah, I mean, we are looking to make it better. I'm going to get some better equipment down the line, get it a bit more structured, make a little theme song for it. I might just use one of my own tracks that I've made in the past and just stick that on, advertise myself a little bit. And I've got loads of ideas for things we can do. This week it was meant to be all recorded out and about. There is some of it, obviously, but it's something to learn, and it's, you go to a massive arena with 8,000-10,000 people in, it might not be easy to find places to record and hear it, so I'll have to have a think about best plan of recording it while we're doing it live, so I don't have to come home and do them as well, and re-record. But yeah, any comments on that appreciated. Let us know what you want to see, and I'll see if we can do it. But thanks a lot for watching. Always appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll catch you next week for Fairport Convention.
He raised and he waved the four winds with his fists. So he laughed and he cried, he shouted and he swore, for his mad mind had trapped him with a kiss. So you speak with